My speech is over panic attacks, and these are the notes I will be using. Panic attacks are something over 20% of people will experience during their lifetime. In a 2014 article written by Amy Devotney titled Students Under Pressure, it states that those who work in college counseling centers have said that the students' mental health has been declining for years. The large amount of stress such as students are under can induce a panic attack. However, panic attacks do not have just one simple cause. Recognizing the causes, symptoms, and treatments for panic attacks is important for everyone to know. According to the editors of the Encyclopedia Britannica, a panic attack is a sudden onset of intense fear over something without an immediate threat. They also list some physical and psychological symptoms of panic attacks. Some physical symptoms are shortness of breath, accelerated heart rate, heart palpitations, chest pain, dizziness, trembling, sweating, nausea, and hot and cold flashes. Some psychological symptoms are feelings of smothering or losing control, dissociation, and fears of dying or losing your mind. The causes of panic attacks, as I stated before, aren't very well known. They can either be caused by a stressful situation or show no apparent source at all. What is known is that if someone in your immediate family or close relative has panic attacks, or if you inherited a more anxious temperament from your parents, you are more likely to have them. Since panic attacks are so prevalent, it's important to know how to identify them. The first step is to check your symptoms and match them to the symptoms of a panic attack. The second way is to identify any possible causes that may have triggered this. If you're having family issues or school troubles, this could be a symptom of this. Having an anxiety disorder is also indicative of a panic attack. In fact, in one 2014 article in Comprehensive Psychology written by Rains, Oglesby, Short, Albanese, and Schmidt, it states that in a 5-year study of adolescents and young adults, those who in the beginning of the study had panic attacks were far more likely to have 3 or more psychiatric conditions than those who did not. This shows that not only can an anxiety disorder cause panic attacks may be indicative of a future anxiety disorder. As you've heard, panic attacks are not a pleasant experience, and treatment options are essential. There are both temporary and permanent treatment options that you can use. For a temporary situation, you can use calming breaths and count to 10 once you're in a less public area. Monitoring your thoughts is also very helpful for this. By reminding yourself that it's just a panic attack and it will be over soon, you can actually end it much sooner than if you had just sat there and tried to breathe carefully. For a more permanent situation, talking to your doctor is a great idea. There are lots of therapies that can help, especially cognitive behavioral therapy. Cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, has been shown to really help with anxiety by teaching you to monitor any negative thoughts you might have. This can slow down or decrease the amount of time that a panic attack occurs. Some anxiety medications can also help you deal with the symptoms of a panic attack right away. To summarize, panic attacks are not a pleasant experience. They have many causes, some unknown. Your temperament can very much affect how many panic attacks you have, or if you have panic attacks at all. It's important to know how to identify a panic attack by checking your symptoms and looking for any possible cause. There are both permanent and temporary treatments that you can use for long-term or short-term panic attacks. This is a personal topic to me because I've had panic attacks a lot when I was younger, especially like in junior high or so, something like that. Some of these tips and treatments are stuff that I used. It didn't happen very often, but when I did, it was a serious concern. Hopefully you will never need these tips, but if you do, I hope they work.